Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome to today's video. So for those of you who don't know, Dopa posted a video on his YouTube channel roughly 1 week ago stating he was going to take the next month off from streaming because he felt he had been playing not up to par and not up to his standards as of late, which I had noticed watching his streams. After reaching rank 1 on the Chinese super server, he started playing on a Smurf, just kind of laying back, playing a large variety of champions, which is kind of uncommon for Apto to do. And he wasn't really playing as though he was that solo queue god that he once was. So he's decided to take the month off to really just hone his skills, play a huge amount of games, and watch over his replays to get back to where he was. So today I have actually found his account on the Korean solo queue server. I am not 100% sure. I'm about 99% sure this is his account. I've watched his replays, I've looked at his runes, his builds, all of his setups. It looks 1-1 with Dopa. It looks exactly the same. He has an 82% win rate in Diamond 1. He's been playing on this account for about 1 week. The same icon, everything matches up, but just know I'm not 100% sure. Nobody can be 100% sure until he posts a video or streams on this account, which he won't do because if he plays on the Korean server on this account and he streams, the account will just get permanently banned. But he has just been popping off in Korean solo queue. He has just been absolutely dominating with a lot of Talon, TF, and the odd Oriana game pumped in there. But Talon TF for him right now is his go-to. He is just looking back in form like he was at the start of Season 8 when he got up to, I think he got up to like rank 20 on the Korean server at the start of the season with an 80-something% win rate. Just absurd. But the account name right now is Trud, T-R-U-D, 4-letter name, which is common for Dopa or Apto. He likes to use those type of anagrams. So yeah, today's gameplay will be a Twisted Fate game. It's a really nice, clean game. I've briefly skimmed over it, and I hope you guys enjoy it and can really learn and take something from it. Just like the last Dopa review I did, I'll be responding to all of the comments that are posted on this video. And if this video does receive 5,000 likes, I'll be posting a brand new Dopa review in 1 week from today. So without further ado, let's get into today's gameplay, and I hope you enjoy it. Alright guys, so just kicking off with the runes. He's gone for an electrocute setup, which is kind of strange. He does this into Echo and Echo only. Electrocute, Taste of Blood for some sustain. He gets the inspiration tree, getting that stopwatch and getting that minion demon to make sure his Qs are going to be one-shotting the backline caster minions. I mean, mostly he's been doing a common inspiration setup, looking for poke and lane, but because you go electrocute in this matchup into the Echo, you're just really looking for like a 1 rotation burst into him, and because he's melee and ordering a lot, you have so much kill pressure early on an Echo pre-6. Absurd amounts of kill pressure early. So if you take note on how he started the lane, he's looking for a hard shove. The main reason you look for a hard shove into the Echo is Echo usually continuously likes to shove the waves and go into the brushes and try and zone you out with your W. If you're continuously harassing him, getting priority in your lane early, especially with the Camille playing aggressive in the river, it opens up the map so much more for your jungle. If you're shoving the Echo in and moving first towards the 2v2 skirmish. Camille and Nidalee, there's always most likely going to be early skirmishes between the two. They're very aggressive junglers early on, so you're just looking at him play it really, really smart early. He's keeping track of the Camille. He hasn't really looked for too many trades as of yet. He's kind of just making sure to shove the waves in, looking to zone with the red cards. Just watch how Apto or Dopa, sorry, I always say Apto, I'm just so used to it. Dopa uses his spacing. Spacing is such an important aspect of mid lane where you're continuously moving in and out of the enemy's range while keeping pressure on the wave. As he goes for the CS, you move into the range. As he goes to the auto, and then as soon as the auto and he has nothing to do in the lane, you move back so he can't trade. Move in and out, in and out. It's really important. All the high elo mids do this. Rest in peace that Kennen. And looking like its skirmish is already evolving topside. Camille gets the first blood onto the Nidalee, but you could see there, he was the first mover. If that skirmish went bad or he was needed, he was there before the Echo. Dopa is renowned for being the best mover to these early skirmishes and just having so much awareness towards these skirmishes with the jungle. He's got the shove in here. He probably is just looking to harass a little bit under tower. Roams aren't going to be opening up that much pre-6. You're mainly just looking to hold the mid lane like glue. And just look for that poke, look for the harass. Dopa always likes to get those red cards off onto the tower. He obviously didn't want to take a tower auto there, but the red cards onto the tower, if somebody's under tower, you're going to proc that damage onto them as well. It's really good, especially if you're running Comet. It's going to proc that and get a little bit of harass off. Looking like a skirmish. It's nearly looking for an invade. What the hell are they collapsing for? Apto gets the flash, ignite, procs that shit off. He might actually get a double here. The Poppy TP's through. Treatment isn't running TP. Picks up the double. I mean, Echo was there before, but I mean, they're already so far ahead. Imagine, I don't know why, but like Nidalee Echo versus a TF Camille. You have to be an absolute clown to think you're going to win that. Target stun from the TF is like so underrated early on, guys. If you're looking for a 2v2 with your jungler and your TF and you flash gold card, Q, auto, ignite, it's like, it's pretty much a guaranteed trade. Do you know what I mean? Echo's got to wait for his W. He's got to land the stun. Nidalee's got to land the spears. TF is 100% guaranteed. That's why he's so good in the early skirmishes as well, especially in considering his shove. First base here is for a Merc Treads. A lot of people are probably going like, what the fuck? Why didn't you go Catalyst? Dopa loves his early boots. He loves it. Most of the matchups right now, he's actually going boots for potions. Now, boots into this type of 2v2 is really, really good. Number one, because you're into the Echo and the Nidalee, you've got a little bit of MR. It helps you a little bit with that survivability. Number two is the movement speed. The movement speed into a Nidalee, into an Echo is extremely important. You're dodging a lot of skill shots. Echo needs to land his W, he needs to land his Qs. Nidalee needs to land her Qs. If he has the movement speed, he can easily dodge this. Dopa has such good movements, it's extremely hard to catch him up. And the third reason is to get that increased tenacity. The stuns, the slows from Echo aren't going to be impacting him as much, which means he can play, look how far up in the lane he's playing. He can play extremely aggressive like this, right? He's under absolutely no risk at all from a gank. If the gank comes, he just walks out of it. He's too quick. They have the only gap closer is the Echo, and he's like, Apto will just simply gold card and get the fuck out of there. It's so simple for him to disengage. So he gets the lane shove, Nidalee's coming through. Getting the autos off, he's got the doubles. Echo's under tower, so there's nothing they can do. Dopa gets the nice little trade-off onto the Nidalee. Dopa renowned. Like, I remember watching a translated video a while back, and this is where I learned it. He always loves to poke the enemy jungle as much as he can. And I've been doing this in my games as well. Like, because if you get the jungle low, Nidalee has some sustain, but look, she has to base now. But if you get the jungle low enough where they have to base, or they can't do camps, or they can't gank, you relieve a lot of pressure on the map for your entire team. Not just like your lane and your 1v1. It helps bot lane because they can't be ganked. Top lane can't be ganked. Your jungler can get invades off. It's extremely important to do that type of stuff when the trade's free. Clears out the control ward in the bot side here. Echo, you'll probably see Echo tend, and Nidalee, to put most of their vision towards bot side because the TF predominantly looking for that gank on the bot side there rather than a Tryndamere. Kaisa Rakan is much easier than a Tryndamere. Tryndamere is kind of annoying to gank. It's something like, what else is annoying top lane to gank? Things like, if I'm playing TF, I hate doing anything something like Gangplank, where he can just orange, he can just eat your CC out. There's a couple of like odd matchups where it's really annoying. If the bot lane was something like a Xayah, that's another one that's kind of annoying. Continuously shoving in. The Nidalee's looking to wrap around again. He's bringing a lot of pressure in the mid lane. Oh shit, he has no flash, he may drop. Running straight towards his jungler, guys. Note, he doesn't run to his tower. A lot of players there, they go, oh fuck, they run back to the tower. You're actually letting the Nidalee gap close. Plays really far back, just making sure to weave those autos in. Did you see how he played it there? Like, he didn't 100% commit to it. He was playing in and out of that brush. He was playing really far back. He knew that the Camille was going deep as fuck. He doesn't want to die, man. Dopa never really likes to commit. If like the 2v2 is bad, the jungler chooses it. More often than not, he just lets the jungler die. He doesn't care about the jungler in the 2v2 if it's bad. He lets them die, he preserves his own life. But in lower elos, a lot of the players, the jungler will decide to engage. They'll go, okay, we're going for a 2v2 here. I'm all in. They put everything into it. And if they lose it, they both die and you lose so much tempo. Dopa doesn't do this. If the trade is bad, he doesn't die, he doesn't commit. He sets back, he lets his jungler die. That's the end of the story. He wants to keep the Echo in lane here if he can. Race her up. He doesn't have vision of them. Ultimate's up as well. We'll see if he uses this bot side soon. They could easily dive if the Camille looked for it. Stopwatch is up now as well. Comes in 8 minutes. He's gonna go for bot. I think he decided he was looking for it, and then he saw that Camille was like handling it fine, didn't need to commit. Just gonna get some tower damage. This is also underrated, guys. I see a lot of people in the mid lane, they just do nothing. Like, if they can't get a roam, they can't do anything. They sit by their tower and they're doing nothing. If you watch Dopa play, look how up in the lane he plays and how much pressure he brings. If, like, there's no wave, he's sitting up there, like, keeping track of the Echo. Keeping pressure, holding him into the lane like glue. If he moves, he's pinging it to the team, he's following, he's being extremely proactive, not reactive, okay? Standing still here, possibly looking bot side. Lots of pings going out. Echo has the TP to follow. We'll see how this plays out. Ults in, Camille drops. Kai'Sa goes down. They're actually gonna get flanked by the Echo. See what happens. Poppy TP. This Poppy's TP is on fucking point. It's just like the Tryndamere is such a. I don't know. I don't really know what Tryndamere meta is. I feel like most of them don't run TPs. Dopa doesn't flash there. You'll notice a lot, guys. Like most people would like they're gonna hardcore engage and burn their flash, burn all of their summoners. Dopa is not that type of player. If he can hold his flash for the entire game, he will. He doesn't like to just go 1-for-1 flash trades. The only time he does that, if it's absolutely essential, it's going to give him more of a net benefit than just simply the kill gold. He's looking for the objectives. He's looking to put the enemy really far behind. An example is if like there's a massive wave crashing, like say like a full wave and a half, he'll flash for that to get the 1-for-1 or get to the kill, just to make sure the enemy team doesn't only, like the enemy laner doesn't die, he misses all the XP. But if it's simply like a 1 kill in a team fight or something that's not going to net you anything afterwards, or net you anything like greater than the kill gold, he won't flash, he won't burn his summoners, it's too important to him. And I advise you to do the same in solo queue. I see too many people just wasting their flash. I do this as well. You know, there's like a straggler at the end of a team fight. They're a little bit low, but you're the only 2 people left, and you just go, fuck it, I'll flash here and get it. You may be like, okay, cool, that's a kill, but at the end of the day, you don't have flash for 5 minutes afterwards, and the next team fight might determine the actual result of the game, so I definitely recommend keeping that. He's going to be looking for the base here for the roller now. Dopa'S build path, of course, he doesn't really change it up. Usually roller, Lichbane, Hourglass, and then it's Void Staff or Death Cap, situationally, and then he sells boots for the Spellbinder last item. Didn't go for the Darksteel this game. Most of the time when he goes a Corrupting Potion, he's 100% into the Darksteel. But Darksteels for him don't come out that often with the boot start or the Doran's Ring start. It's more situational and depends on his back timing. So he hasn't got one here. He won't be going to the Soul Stealer, but he does love it. He loves a sneaky Soul Stealer every now and then when he can. After the buff, he's commented a lot about how he likes the item. If he gets that 10 stacks, he always goes for the upgrade. Especially with his playstyle where like he's making very limited mistakes. Looking topside for the trend. He's low. Be interesting to see if he flashes here. Doesn't need it. Gets that electrocute proc off. Echo come through. Echo still has ult. Doesn't even get it off. Poppy takes the kill. Beautiful gank, beautiful rotation. Echo loses teleport. Dies. Dopa'S going to shove the mid lane in, deny more. Probably look bot side as well afterwards. It's a really nice like pace game for him. 10 CS per minute at the moment. I want to see his decision making now, what he goes for. Clearing the control, looking for the base. I wonder what Dopa'S going to be looking for. I wonder if he's going to be actually going for rank 1 right now. I'm not too sure. He's got a lot of time. He's he said what, 30 days? He could easily do 30 days to rank 1. Easily do 30 days to rank 1. I can't remember how long it took him on the Chinese super server, but I think it took about the same time. But yeah, this matchup, Echo into TF, I love playing it as the Twisted Fate. Because Echo, of course, in a team fight, right? He likes to go in. He likes to get his damage off and ulti or Hourglass. If you're TF, you hold your gold card, wait till he's about half health, guys. Then you gold card and you one-shot him before he can get his ult or his Hourglass off because he's CC'd. He gets Jensen'd up, he gets caught up, he's done. It's a really, really nice, it's a nice matchup in my opinion, but if you do fall behind, it's a little bit awkward. The Echo's damage is pretty disgusting right now. Look how far up in the lane he is, guys. He's holding the pressure. Do you see what I mean? He's not sitting way, way back like a lot of players are. He walks up to the wave, making sure to shove it in. Right now, if you minion demon all the backlines and you have this much AP, you'll be getting the one shot on those Q casters, and it's such a smooth clear. It's really easy to hit 10 CS per minute. If you have a nice, like, the first 10 or 15 minutes, if you're playing this champion, it's really, really smooth and easy to play and clear, especially the camps and the waves. A little bit of lag there, sorry for that. Ulti's coming up. The lane's looking really nice. The Camille, the jungle's playing well. Bot lane's ahead. I guess the biggest benefit is the Trinimir's behind. If this Trinimir got ahead, it would be very annoying to play into, because the split push is really like... If the enemy has a superior split push to you, when you're playing Twisted Fate, it always is a little bit awkward. Like, they're not going to be able to kill you, but a lot of times they can just out pressure you on the map, especially when you have ult and you're kind of stuck in a lane being passive, when you want to be shoving and playing aggressive. See those deep wards there, guys? When I place those wards, everyone's like, what the fuck are you putting wards in a lane for? That seems so useless. But those wards are very important, because look on the map right now. Echo's hovering in the mid lane. Dopa knows this. He knows exactly where the enemy is. He knows exactly what the Echo's doing at every stage of the game. If he roams, if he backs, he can delay the backs, he can do anything he likes, and he has control. If you're playing the Echo as well, you want to be placing that ward, especially with a Twisted Fate, because the Twisted Fate, as soon as the Twisted Fate moves one direction out of lane, you can ping off that lane and just warn them that TF gank is most likely coming. Hits that ultimate bot side, picks up a little bit of, gets an assist, I believe, didn't quite catch it. Echo clearing in, he knows he's there. Can't quite catch him with the gold. Camille soloing out the Rift Herald. God, I love a jungler that gets the Herald. A lot of junglers just leave it. I don't understand. It's so strong. If you can get like a kill or two and pop that, you can go for an inhibitor push pre-20 minutes. Pretty gross. Needs this blue buff, running low on mana. 16 minutes into the game. He is going to be looking to side lane very soon. He wants the bot lane to drop, and then he's going to drop into a 1-3-1. But until then, you probably won't see them... drop into a 1-3-1 until then. But of course, like, Dopa loves the split. He loves the side lane. He loves farming. He loves keeping pressure over onto one side of the map. If they all commit for him, his team gets the opposite side of the map. It opens it up. Or if the team doesn't come to him, he just runs straight down a lane, gets as much tower damage as he can. He'll be getting that Lich Bane. Nearly gets a double kill bot side.
Red team double kill.
Ulti isn't up for another 40 seconds or so.
Dominating.
Poppy commits bot. Sees Trinimir shoving top, so he's going to go catch this wave.
Blue team's turret.
Trind actually gets the tower, but I guess all Dopa really cares about here is the farm and the XP. He doesn't want to leave this and let it go to waste.
Shut down.
Can he kill?
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
He probably can, but I feel like he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't want to blow his flash to get on top of him. All right, so 17 minutes into the game, the 1-3-1 has evolved. The bot lane goes down mid, Poppy goes bot, and they can keep this up for as long as they want until Drake or another objective opens up for them. He's got enough for Lich Bane, I assume, right now. And when you hit that Lich Bane, guys, you're looking to get in the side lane. As soon as, like, when I always say on Twisted Fate, when you hit the Lich Bane, look to get into the side lane, look to start splitting the map, and look to start taking down objectives. I want to see how he passes here. It's looking like he's just running straight down mid because his ultimate's up now, so he'll look for that skirmish. You don't want to be walking topside because look at how the wave's sitting. Like, Trinimir hasn't even started shoving yet. You don't need to be there. He has a lot of time in the map to look for the ultimate. I think he wants to be bot side and he wants the Poppy to be top side, perhaps. Grabs that ult out onto the Kai'Sa. God, that does a lot of damage. Look for the Nidalee. Holy shit. He's so far ahead of the curve. He's like 200 CS at 18. A lot of people say, like, you know, they say, Drew, how do I carry with TF? He does no damage. I always say, you're not playing Twisted Fate right, or you're not a good Twisted Fate if you don't have damage. Because if you play it right and you have the right curve, you're pretty much one-shotting like carries come mid-game with 2-3 items. It feels so nice to play TF, especially if you go a more aggressive route, like you go the Hourglass Death Cap route rather than going the Void. Holy shit, it feels nice. But you'll see him, he's used his ultimate. Poppy's going topside for the Trin. They've got the 1-3-1, like I said. He'll just sit back, he'll whittle away at these towers and just bring pressure into his lane. He still has his flash. I think he's only flashed maybe once this game, and he's just going to be holding on to that until it's really essential for him to use it. KS is that kill away. Bot side, bot side, bot side. I feel like his team should be more mid-centric right now. It's always annoying to be the split pusher and your entire team stacks on you, but I guess he doesn't have an ult, so it's not too bad. Watch how he plays these fights, guys. Hovers the gold card, just waiting for it. He always plays these fights really slow, and he tries to peel the backline more so than... He tries to peel more than playing like aggressive, do you know what I mean? He plays front to back, tries to keep everybody off his carries. Saves himself, as always. Doesn't put himself at risk. If anybody's gonna be dying, his whole team's gonna die before he dies, always. Unless he gets 100% focused down, which is very rare, especially when he has flash. And he still is holding on to the stopwatch. We'll see what he does here with the buy. I've seen him a couple times. If he holds onto the stopwatch, he'll just go straight death cap. But you can see there, he's got a Fiendish Codex, so he's probably just going to complete the item, even though he hasn't procced the stopwatch yet. Sometimes he'll go a whole game, just sitting on the stopwatch, doesn't press it at all, goes full damage. Yes, he kind of probably, he wants it a little bit, I guess, but I mean, it's not essential, but it's nice. It's nice to have in the team fight as a backup plan, and it lets you engage as well, the most important bit. It lets you ultimate behind the enemy team, gold card, rotation, hourglass, flash if you need to. Most of the time, your team's going to be able to follow up, especially with the Camille and Poppy, who can just like continuously dive. He'll have enough here to finish the hourglass. Gets a blasting. Probably he usually goes a void staff here, depending on the magic resist of the enemy. The enemy doesn't actually have that much MR, so I'm guessing he might. Just depends, I guess. It depends how much gold he has in the next base. If he has 1800, he'll probably upgrade to the void. But if he has like 1500, he'll probably just go for the needlessly large and go into a death cap. Top side, top side, top side. Waves, guys, waves. He's over 10 CS per minute. Why? He's catching the waves. He's catching the side lanes. He's not sitting and grouping with his team. Ultimate's up. Pretty much like one rotation burst that Nidalee. Top watches. Ugh. Might have to flash here. Doesn't want to use it at all. But he doesn't actually use it. Jesus Christ, that hold. I definitely could not have done that hold. See what they decide to do now. The Baron is so free. Guys, if you're playing League of Legends right now and it's a 20 minutes and you get a kill or two and you're not looking for Baron, you're playing the game wrong. He could actually flash for this, we'll see. Flash guarantees the Baron objective. Jesus Christ, he loves his flash. They're not actually going to go for it. Looks like they're just baiting it out. I feel like they can so easily do it though. You don't realize how easy of an objective it is until you start it. Just, I guess for those lower elo play. If you have like, I don't know, your top laner's like a Teemo, you've got no tanks, don't start the Baron. You do need a little bit of tankiness to do it. But if you have that tankiness, just go ahead and pop it. Holy shit, that did a lot. Trinity was looking for him, but I mean, Trinity can't do shit because you can just gold card move and your gold card would be up by the time he gets un-CC'd again and gets onto you. Yeah, look at that. There's no way that Trinity can play the game. He needs either a QSS or cleanse to escape that. Massive wave stacking bot. He'll probably take that. Varus is parting that way, but he tells Varus, get the fuck out of my lane, dude. This is my farm. I get more. It's more efficient for me to take it because my passive gives me extra gold. Beautiful TF gameplay. So I'm fairly certain this is Dopa playing the game. I've watched a lot of these replays. Of course, I've watched more than 1,000 of his replays, and the gameplay looks exactly the same as his playstyle. So unless there's some type of just insane copycat out there getting 80% win rate in Korean Diamond 1, I definitely think it's him. Looking for the Nidalee. He has Ignite and Flash. The Trinity is looking to follow up. This Trinity is actually inting. 2 and 9. Can't really get much done. They need to get the Baron, and then they need to just group close. And Zeko's got a death cap. He'll hurt a little bit, but he's 2 levels down. He's not actually doing too bad. It's just more so Dopa'S early pressure that he had. Kind of just outclassed the map. Ooh, that guy went really hard for that. He's gonna get top wave. Look here, guys. 99% of players here go mid with their team, okay? Dopa doesn't. He never does. If there's a huge side lane wave, he clears the side wave in, moves in with the wave, and then rotates across. It's never the other way around where he groups mid. There's a huge wave crashing top, and it's just kind of awkward because if you get aced mid, even though it's very unlikely to happen, it's not the optimal play. You have a lot of time to work with. There's a lot of farm on the map to get, and that type of farm is just extending the gold lead by so much. Chipping away and by himself in the side lane. At this point, he's just getting towers extremely quickly with that Lich Bane. He'd be sitting on a lot of gold as well. Look at this. When I do this, my teams get so fucking mad. TF, why don't you group? TF, such a bad play. And it's going to happen in your games as well, guys. Pin your team back to safety. And if they keep like calling you out, getting really angry, just mute them. You can tell here he's playing his own game. He's playing his own game. He's not playing to their game. He's not playing to their calls. He's playing to his own calls. That's what you need to do in solo queue. Gets that double into the top lane inhibitor. He might actually drop here. Nidalee and Echo coming through. They're both low though. He can one rotation them. Ooh. Trinity. Oh god, that was... Wait, really? He really just did that? Wait, he just did... Death cap void buy. Wait, that's a death cap outright void buy. This guy's sitting on like 5k gold. Holy fuck. Top and mid inhibitors are downed. Go straight bot side, of course. He's taking these camps. People might say, dude, he's full build. Why are you stealing gold away from your team? He's not full build yet. You sell boots for Spellbinder now. The Spellbinder is such a good item for Twisted Fate. If you get 100 stacks on it, you press it. It's like a poverty ghost. It's beautiful to engage with. Beautiful if you got the Electrocute as well, looking for that one rotation to kill Kai'Sa, Echo, Nidalee, Tryndamere, or Rakan. I just noticed that enemy team has literally no tanks. He can one-shot them all. I just want to see him. I just want to see how much he does. Fucking disgusting. Very easy to close it in. So that's the replay, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. I just love watching him play. It's so nice to see. It's so clean. It helps me out a lot. It keeps me in check. When I play solo queue, it's really nice to watch these replays and go, you know, what would Dopa do? How should I play this better? So if this video does receive 5k likes, guys, I will be posting another replay in a week's time. Leave a comment what you think of the video. Leave a comment just asking me anything if you want to. And without further ado, I guess I'll catch you in the next video.